Our topic is all about social media ethics and etiquette. But first, let me define what is social media. Social media, it encompasses a wide range of technological innovations that enable people to share information and ideas with one another. Websites and applications that prioritize community-based input, communication, engagement, sharing of content, and collaboration. Here are the some of examples of social media, such as Facebook, Telegram, X formerly known as Twitter, Snapchat, Instagram, and Line. However, there are rules of ethics and etiquette for social media that must be followed. Now, what is ethics and etiquette and how does it connect on using social media? What is social media ethics? Social media ethics, it refers to a set of moral rules and guidelines that regulate how individuals and organizations use social media platforms. These ethics are intended to guarantee that social media users are act responsibly, respectfully, and ethically. Here are some rules of social media ethics. Transparency. Being honest about identity, intentions, and sources. Privacy. Protecting the personal information of others. Truthfulness. Avoiding misinformation, disinformation, and misleading claims. Respect. Treating others with courtesy and avoiding discriminatory or offensive content. Fairness. Presenting balanced information and avoiding bias. Last, accountability. Taking responsibility for your actions and content. What is social media etiquette? Social media etiquette, it refers to both the verbal and unwritten set of social customary rules that govern personal and business behavior online. It governs how individuals behave on social media in order to maintain respect and dignity. Here are some rules of social media etiquette. Be respectful, be careful with humor and sarcasm, be aware of strong language, all caps, and exclamation points. There are three main principles of social media ethics and etiquette. First is authenticity. People will respond positively if you are sincere. Second is transparency. Having hidden agenda will only count against you. Third is communication. Getting to know people as people and letting them get to know you. Why practicing and applying social media ethics and etiquette important? Practicing and applying social media etiquette and ethics are essential for upholding one's expertise and reputation, promoting courteous and positive interactions, and minimizing harm like disinformation and bullying. In addition to ensuring adherence to legal standards, it fosters inclusivity, trust, and well-being in online communities. And lastly, people will respect you and become fond of you.
Authenticity is characterized by sincerity and genuine behavior. It has a profound impact on how people respond to interaction. So, authenticity is when people respond positively if you are sincere. This explains that when someone is sincere, their actions and words are perceived as truthful and heartfelt, leading to a positive actions from others. This concept is especially important in sensitive situations like cyberbullying. So, for example, a high school student recently experienced cyberbullying. A classmate posted hurtful comments and spread false rumors about him or her online. The situation escalated, and the person who got bullied started feeling isolated and distressed. So, if the principle authenticity will be applied in this kind of situation, the bully would realize the impact of their actions and decide to make amends. The bully would not fake their apology and is truthful and sincere about offering an apology. Also, the bully could write a heartfelt message to the victim expressing genuine remorse and taking responsibility for their actions. So note that it should be genuine, sincere and truthful because that is the main point of the principle of authenticity. So, in summary, authenticity entails honest and transparent communication. By genuinely expressing oneself and taking responsibility for their actions, as demonstrated by a sincere apology from a bully, people will respect them. So, this paves the way for the bully to establish rapport.
Transparency. What is transparency? Transparency in the business world means being open and honest towards the people, or viewers, and customers. With this, it will help build strong bonds with the customers and will easily gain their trust and loyalty. If what they've seen and tried happens to be true, customers will most likely to keep coming back and you will receive good feedbacks, reviews, and comments. This basically means that if your intention is to do good, then good things will also come to you. Any hidden agendas can end something that is spent with your blood, sweat, and tears. Sharing the truth about your business and telling what is real and right is a demonstration of a good etiquette. For example of this is the online business. Online business started to gain much more attention of the people when the pandemic started back in 2016. Since we're not allowed to go out and do our routines and errands or buy something like groceries or whatever we need, online business became a big help. We can just order something online, which became a big help and made our lives easier that time. Online shopping apps and app for deliveries are what help us to receive our orders in good condition. However, in the online or other business world, not only good things is bound to happen. There are some sellers out there who were willing to scam other people and are willing to fool other people for money. They chose to fill their description with fake. They chose they chose to fill their they chose to fill their description with lies in order to fool people into buying what they are selling, which is something that is far from what was seen in the picture. In order for a business to run smoothly, sharing information that can help others is a must to gain their trust and loyalty. Actually, there's nothing good that can happen into fooling them into buying what is not really the point of your product. And that's why transparency is essential.
What is information? So, information is the results from analyzing, contextualizing, structuring, and interpreting, or in other words, it is about processing data. So now, we are going to talk about the two cons of information: the misinformation and disinformation. What is misinformation? It is a false information spread regardless of the intention to mislead. So where does misinformation come from? It is first recorded in the late 50s, combines the informations with prefix mis means wrong or mistaken. As human beings, it is part of our routine to spread information, especially to our family, relatives, friends, and etc. Sometimes we happen to make mistakes in spreading informations that are actually false information. However, if we aren't aware that the information that we shared was not really true, then technically we are spreading misinformation. Next is the disinformation. It is a false information, a deliberately misleading or biased information, a manipulated narrative, facts, propaganda. So, where does this information come from? It is first recorded in the 1956 to 70 translation of the Russian word desinformatia, in turn to based on the French disinformer, to misinform. So we, as a person, we are sometimes feel obligated to spread informations to other people in order to spread awareness and the intent to inform. But sometimes there are also people who are intentionally spreading wrong information towards other people, and sometimes it comes with motive. So this action explains this information. So before we end the discussion about the topic, we need to remember that misinformation is a false or inaccurate information, getting the facts wrong, while the disinformation is a false information which is deliberately intended to mislead. It is intentionally misstating the facts.
So, to conclude this certain topic, some key takeaways from this presentation is that because the internet is such a wide and vast place, and people can use anonymity, be anonymous so that they don't suffer the consequences of their actions, they tend to do uh, online activities that are immoral and unethical, such as cyberbullying, misinformation, disinformation. So, in order to avoid this and maintain a safe, friendly, and prosperous online environment in the internet and in social media, it should be encouraged that all online users always practice and promote kindness towards each other, possess basic reading comprehension, verbal and language skills, to be aware of their word usage, of their grammar, of their tone when uh, propagating any statements or any information, because sometimes when we make a comment or post something, it sounds better in our head, but to the people who are reading it from the other end, it may not sound the same to them, or they may interpret it differently. So, as responsible online users or social media users, we must be cautious with that. And that's just in general. But we must always consider each other's feelings. Yes. And since we are given so much liberty and freedom in the internet, we have a choice to use that liberty for good or for bad. So it is, at the end of the day, it's up to us to what sort of activities we do in social media and in the internet in general. Thank you.